do it than just start. I'm trying to do this damn vlog for weeks. Alright, story time, people. A little explanation to my motivations and my feelings and my general attitude nowadays. So, all starts a few years back when a brother of mine decided to do something stupid. He decided to get himself married. So, being the good brother that I am, I was in the wedding party, so I was a groomsman. And, you know, wedding, big cake, lots of merriment, drinking, dancing, stupidity. Long story short, or short story long, whichever way you want to put it, started, you know, hanging out with this one girl. Name was Kelly. And by the end of the after party, I had her phone number, and well, we started dating. So it wasn't too long. I realized I was in love with this girl, and we were making plans for our future. I mean, it was good. I mean, it was. She wasn't perfect, I'm not perfect, but it seemed like our little problems matched up together nicely. And, you know, what can I say? I was happy. I mean, I've dated women before where, you know, I sat there and thought, hey, you know, I could marry her, you know. It's something I would do in the future. Kelly, well, I wanted to get married. It was, you know, new experience for me with that. I mean, I had the ring picked out, well, she picked out the ring and everything. That's one thing that she had going, was tell me exactly what had to happen. So 2 years ago, it'll be a few weeks ago, it'll be the 28th of April, I got a call from her sister, and you know, basically she said that Kelly had passed away in the night. You know, she was passed away in her sleep. She said she wasn't feeling well. She laid down and they found her later. To say I was heartbroken is an understatement. I mean, I felt this pain in my chest, physical pain from it. It was just the worst experience of my life. Luckily for me, I have a great family, great group of friends. I mean, my brother, his 2 little boys, sister-in-law, you know, friend of mine and their kids. Actually, is a friend of Kelly's, but became my friends too. They're just, and you know, the rest of my family was just, you know, there for supporting and get me through that, you know, that really difficult time. So, but as all things go, you know, life carried on. Had to go back to work. That's another thing, work was excellent. Can't say enough about those guys. Can imagine what would happen if happened to my old job with the asshole boss, but these guys were basically just, you know, take as much time as you need and we'll figure it out later, which is really really good. If it was, you know, if it wasn't for the friends and family around me, I don't know what would go down. But like I said, all things considered, you know, everybody had to get back to their lives. I had to get back to mine. And that's when the depression really started sitting in. I mean, here I was planning for the future. I was convinced I was going to spend the rest of my life with this woman, and all that was gone in a day. You know, I really didn't have any motivation for anything after that, and really started to hit hard. And at this time I had my Suzuki GS 550. It wasn't running, you know, it was burning oil. It was just, the engine just was shot from, you know, years of use. I started realizing I had to do something. I had to pick up, you know, do some kind of therapy, I guess it would be, to get myself out of this hole, this emotional pit that I was sinking into. So I busted my ass. I pulled a spare engine I had from a parts bike, dropped that thing in there, and just started riding it, you know. You know, my main goal was to make it to the Kelsey run, because I had done that a few years back, and it was, so, you know, I set my goal. It's like, listen, I want to do this, and so I busted my ass, got it done in time, did the Kelsey run, which oddly enough was the first time I stuck a camera to my head. You know, did the whole, I had a GoPro, original HD. Did the whole Teletubby look for the ride, just because, like, hey, let me, you know, I got this camera, let me use it. I'll probably throw up some footage here, but shortly after that, my friend sold me the Ninja here, which was a good thing, because the Suzuki wasn't really, started having more issues, electrical issues, and just turned into a nightmare of problems with carburetors and stuff like that. So having another bike to fall back on was brilliant. So yeah, I mean, and it quickly came, you know, apparent to me that really the only thing that helped, no, let me make it right here. The only thing that really helped me was riding. It just gave my mind something to do other than dwell on the past, and that's really when I stopped becoming this guy who rode motorcycles every once in a while. You know, I mean, I liked riding, preferred it to cars, but I was never, not really hardcore, you know. I really didn't, it wasn't what I did all the time. It was just, I did it when I could. And after that, it turned into, no, I ride motorcycles, and I have a car for when, you know, I can't. You know, I do need riding. It's just, I don't know what would have been different in my life. I mean, Kelly, she liked to ride, you know, with me when we could. I mean, I went to Vegas, rented a Goldwing, you know, took her around, and she loved it. So, you know, plans for getting a cruiser style that she would be comfortable on. She would hate the Ninja. There's no room on this thing, especially with me on it. The V-Strom would be too tall for her, but how things go. So yeah, I mean, if you ever find yourself into, yeah, please look, thank you. If you ever find yourself in a spot where you're, you know, sinking into a hole like I was, you know, just set yourself a goal, whatever it is. Just say, hey, you know, by this time I'm going to do this, or I'm going to have this done, or I'm going to be, you know, if you ride, say, hey, I'm going to go on this trip, or, you know, I'm going to get this done on my bike, or get this bike. Because, I mean, that's what you need to do. You need to have a purpose, even if it's just something silly like you know, getting to one ride and you know, do one charity ride. I mean, that was what started. Now it's become my passion. So, all right, guys, I'm gonna stop before I start crying in my helmet. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you later.